So today is one of those wonderful days where the postman comes and brings me so many packages. And one of the packages which he bought me, which I kind of semi-opened and then I realised what it was and I stopped opening it, was this. And I have been so very excited to open this. I cannot wait. So if this orange packaging doesn't ring any bells, I'm sure when I open this up, the sticker will. Any guesses? It's from Kris Miners. I am so excited. It was around this time last year which Kris Miners sent me some of his cards to share with you guys, and when he mentioned that he had some more cards, of course I needed to get my hands on them to show you because I absolutely love his work, as you guys know. And I have had to pry this off my parents. My mum like stole my hashtag Year of the Bat pin, and like now apparently I'm not allowed to take it out of the packet. You guys know that I collaborated with Kris Miners to make this pin. I have to say he kind of did most of the work. I just was like, maybe a bat with green eyes. But yeah, this is our pin that we did together. They went quite quickly. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's in here. I think he also mentioned that he had a new pin in here. So my pin board's all the way over there, but whoop. I was about to say I will get my pin board if a pin jumps out, and 2 pins jumped out. So I believe the first one is another Year of the Bat one, which means I can now give this nice pristine one to my mum, and then this one which I've been messing around with for the last month or so, I can actually finally take back out of the packet. She was like, no, you've got to keep it clean. You've got to keep the dust from getting it. Okay, finally. I have felt a little bit naked without my Year of the Bat pin. So, the first one's the Year of the Bat pin, which I will show you closer once I have finally got fully dressed. Okie dokie. So the Year of the Bat pin was created because basically last year I wanted to collect more ghosts, and I wanted to basically like focus all of my Halloween shopping on ghosts. So last year was hashtag Year of the Ghost. Now this year I wanted to open it up a little bit more to you guys, just because last year I know so many of you took part in the Year of the Ghost. So this year I kind of opened it up a little bit, and I did first I just had a brainstorming sesh. And then I put out a poll, and basically the Year of the Bat won, like hands down. So that's kind of how the Year of the Bat was born. So this year has been the Year of the Bat, and I have been specifically looking for bat themed items while I have been dying of a cough. While I've been in store shopping. So here is our little bat guy. He is a enamel pin, as you can see. I'm not going to take him out, otherwise my mum will freak. But it says Year of the Bat at the top, and then as you can see it has this really cute little bat illustration. It says Year of the Bat on this little kind of plank of wood, and then at the bottom it says at Kris Miners and at TheHauntedBat. And that is our little kind of collaboration pin. As you can see, it's gorgeous. It's fully black on the back, and honestly I could not be more pleased with this pin. I absolutely love the way that it came out. And then the other pin is his new Halloween design pin, which you can probably see already is like a vintage style Halloween cat. One of my favourite things to acquire, I swear. Vintage style Halloween cats are just my mood constantly. So this is adorable, and he's got one of my favourite illustrations as his backing card. I absolutely love this illustration. So it is a very kind of classic looking orange and black cat with a green, oh, it's got like a green mouth and a bit of a green eye. That's really cool. And yeah, I love it. It's very simple, but it's very classic at the same time, and definitely this kind of screams vintage Halloween to me, which is one of my favourite styles when it does come to Halloween. Again, it does have the one pin back, and I'll just take it off for you so I can see the colour of the back of the pin. I don't know why, but this always really matters to me. Okay, so the back of this pin is plain black, the same as the back pin, and as you can see it does have its little spike. The spike, the actual pin itself, is further to the top, which is fantastic. It means that this won't kind of be twisting around while you're wearing it. It's always going to kind of remain the correct way up. But that is so nice. It feels like a really, really nice material. It's nice and thick and sturdy, and yeah, I'm so excited to add this to my vintage Halloween pin collection. Whew, try to say that 10 times. So after that excitement of the pins flying out, let's continue to unwrap this. This is literally as far as I got, and then they like flew at me. So I know that he has got I think a new range of cards out. So these, yes, these will be his cards. Okay, right. I am so pleased this is in here. This, I saw a picture of this on Instagram. I didn't realise he was making it into one of his actual cards, but I'm so pleased that he did, because I absolutely loved this illustration. It reminds me very much of some old school vintage prints and cross-stitch designs that I've done before, and I absolutely love it. It's called the Fairy March. I think I'm going to leave it in the packet this time. Last time I made the mistake of taking them all out of the packets, and then they just literally, I got all of the envelopes all jumbled up, and then I spent ages trying to like align them back together. I'm going to leave it in the packet for now, but what I did with my last lot is I basically covered my whole top of my wall, like up there in them. So now I can just like extend it around my room. But here is the illustration. It's absolutely gorgeous. These cards are completely plain inside, so you can send them as Halloween cards, you can send them as birthday cards or thank you cards. In fact, I literally have just written in a Kris Miners card as a congratulation card to Morgan Raven, which is such a shame because I actually wrote it for her for London Edge, which I ended up not going to. But yeah, anyway, going slightly off track here. This is gorgeous. Very, very simple, but kind of really, really effective. I love that kind of black outline. Now to go on to the ghosts. I cannot quite deal with the face of this particular ghost. This particular ghost has the face of an actual... It's just everything. It's just everything I've wanted from a ghost face. Me. That's just me. Like, dinner's ready, me. Halloween sale, me. Trip to TK Maxx, me. Look at these little ghosties. They are so cute. I love the glow around them, and then there's the little ladybird guy over here, and he's just like, hey guys, he's just loving it. Actually, this has reminded me, pride of place on my bookshelf, I keep my Kris Miners book. This is Hornbeam Hollow, The Hunt for the Halloween Pumpkin. I absolutely love this book. This one is in like pristine condition because I keep it at home with my cute little like bookmark that came with it. But I have a copy of this in my classroom as well, and my kids absolutely love it. At the end of the day, I'm always like, you can go pick a book and then they can go choose whichever book they'd like. I don't actually like insist on it needing to be like themed. Like if they want to read a Christmas one they can, if they want to read a Halloween one they can, and this book gets chosen all the time because they love all the pictures inside. Without kind of giving away the whole book, you can see that he's like illustrated. Oh, they're just absolutely gorgeous. It's such a lovely story as well. But the reason why I was reminded of this is because there's like tiny little like ladybirds like throughout this story. Like whenever I read it, there's always like the kids are always pointing out that there's little ladybirds that kind of like pop up on, I think it's like every page. Yeah, there's like a legit ladybird on every page, and they kind of are always searching for the tiny little ladybirds, which is so cute. I will leave a link, like of course, to Kris Miners' shop where you can buy all these cards and the pins, but I will also leave like direct links to his book in case you're interested in getting one of those. So the next one again is a very similar style to the first one I showed you. I absolutely love this. It's like again just a black and orange scene, and it has a gorgeous witch and she's like looking up at the moon and some autumnal leaves. I absolutely love this. Again, this style is just really cool. I think it's very simplistic but super, super effective. And then I love, again, I saw this one on Instagram on, what does it say? Ghosts can be seen on the night of Halloween. It's this kind of cute little girl and she's like, oh my goodness, she's like meant to be a ghost, but she's scared of this little Trev, this little mouse. I've just noticed he's got like a tiny little trick-or-treating bag that is absolutely adorable. And then we have our pumpkin and it's got like this kind of smoky effect going around the writing. Again, really simplistic I think, but at the same time so effective and definitely has very vintage vibes to it. I'm feeling pure vintage Halloween from this. So I am super excited about that one. And then again, I feel like all three of these need to be in like one range kind of thing. So we have like another very similar one with this kind of orange wash background with the black outline on the front, and this one has two little scarecrows. So we have a man scarecrow and the lady scarecrow. They go together so nicely, and like, don't you think these, like, even actually I'm thinking now these would look really cool if they were all framed, like having those two and then this one sort of in the middle. Like, I feel like having those framed on the wall would look really cool, especially as they all have that like black at the bottom and then the kind of like grass and kind of plants coming up. That is really awesome. Has to go shopping for frames. Next up is a bit more of like a busy scene. So cool. There's so much going on in this one. As you can see, it's like a trick-or-treating scene, like nighttime. I love this nighttime effect. There's a little Trevor in the pumpkin man's hat and he's like a scarecrow by the look of it, and he's sat in a wheelbarrow, and then behind him he's got the trick-or-treaters. So he has a little vampire here, there's someone dressed as a ghost on this side, and then another person dressed as a ghost here, and then is that a cat? Yes, it's a little cat, or maybe a dog, but I'm gonna say a cat walking off to like the houses in the distance. I absolutely love this. I love all the different like colours and shades in it. And I think it's just a really fun and like friendly card. Something I really like about the products which Kris Miners does bring out is they are all really child friendly. I think sometimes it is quite hard to find like Halloween things which aren't super like scary or horror, and I definitely veer onto the side of like cutesy autumnal Halloween items. I love a bit of like vintage Halloween, just where it's a bit spoopy, and I do feel like Kris Miners artwork does kind of reflect that vibe, which I really like. We then have, oh, the return of the pumpkin man, pumpkin spice mice, love that. This background is gorgeous. Like, look at all those colours in there. That is so pretty. And then we have our pumpkin scarecrow man, and he has the three mice on there. Like, I have to show you this because I literally bought this because of Kris Miners' work. I had to get it. It just reminded me so much of his work. I got this from TK Maxx, but I will show her in a haul. But you can probably see why. It feels like something which he would have created, like someone's just looked at his book and then designed that. But that is awesome, and I love the name of it. This next one is everything. This one I'm gonna have to frame. It says Happy Halloween, and it has a pumpkin and then a black cat sat in it with green eyes. It literally says on the back, perfect Halloween. Literally, my perfect Halloween is a little black cat with green eyes sat in a smiling pumpkin. Like, sums up my perfect Halloween, if I'm honest. I like keep my favorite Kris Miners cards above my bed. Can you see it? Oh, it's there. That orange blob there. That's one of my favorite Kris Miners cards, and I feel like this is gonna have to go up there with like my favorites. There is a perfect space on the other side, so it's almost like it was made for that space. Although this looks like the friend of the one I've just got on my wall. It's a cute little ghost. I love these ghosts. Honestly, the first time I saw Kris Miners' picture of a ghost, it brought me to tears, the cuteness of it. And I just love how like smug they are, and they're just so happy. They're just so happy to be haunting. And I love it. I love all the little toadstools at the bottom too. That is so adorable. And he's got his little pumpkin. Same as my ghostie. Although my ghostie just looks like she's like falling over. There you go. The little pumpkin basket. They could be best friends. I love it. It's called the Woodland Spook. I wish that was my name. The Woodland Spook. And then, again, awesome, like child-friendly card, I have to say. It says trick or treat. And then it has 3 kids dressed up as different spooky things. You have our ghost, our pumpkin, and our witch. I think that is so awesome. Again, simplistic. It's like very to the point. Like, there's not too much going on, but I just feel like this is going to be like an awesome card just to give someone who kind of appreciates the more like spoopy and like autumnal side of Halloween. And then this is okay, the next 2 cards, I think they're the last 2 cards, but the next 2 cards are literally everything. So I'm going to start with this one. This one I need to frame and put in my classroom. Look at this. This is so adorable. It says have a spooky Halloween, and then it has this gorgeous stack of pumpkins. There is a bat for hashtag Year of the Bat. There are some little shrubs around the bottom, some mice, and then there's like sweet corn going on, there's like leaves going on, and then there's also a sunflower, like randomly. I'm not sure if I've actually told you this before, but sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. I just absolutely love them for some reason. I see a sunflower and I go, oh, I love sunflowers, like every time I see a sunflower. And oh, I love sunflowers. Look how gorgeous that is in the background. I feel like it adds a really nice kind of, it brings yellow to this side as well. It kind of balances it out really nicely. And I just think overall that is just such a lovely picture. And the detail in it is just insane. I don't think like, until you own a Kris Miners piece, you don't like fully appreciate, I guess, all the detail that's in there. You can see all the brush strokes, you can see all the pen lines, you can see all the details, you can just see every tiny little like thought that's gone into each piece, and I love this. And then the last one I am definitely going to be saving for Valentine's Day. It says I love Boo. This is so cute. Me and Mike don't really give Valentine's Day cards, but I feel like this year's going to have to be an exception because this is so adorable. In fact, maybe I won't wait. Maybe I'll just give it to him as a like thank you for dealing with me for my first week of school, because I was probably a really annoying card. But yeah, this is so adorable. A really, really simple concept. I love the play on words, and again, I think, yeah, this is going to be blank inside too, so you could give it to a family member, you can give it to another half, you can give it to a friend. This is just awesome. I just love that. And I love the night sky. I really wish I could like master this like night sky thing. I believe it's where you like you paint the background and then you take the pencil, the paintbrush, and you like flick it kind of, and it does this spot effect. Whenever I do it, it looks really good, and then I just like slightly overdo it, and then I get a big blob of paint, and then that's the end of that. But I guess I could get a big blob of paint and then just like turn it into a ghost next time. But yeah, I absolutely love this. This is absolutely awesome. So those are all the things which Kris Miners sent me, along with a load of pink, orange tissue paper. So yeah, I am really excited. As you guys have seen, I now have a shed ton of cards to write and give out, and I cannot wait till spooky season. Well, it is kind of spooky season now, but it's a little bit early, I think, to send cards yet. But I cannot wait for spooky season so I can just send all these out to everyone. So I have to say a massive, massive thank you to Kris Miners. Although these were all gifted to me, as always, I will only ever give you guys a honest review. And I have to say Kris Miners is definitely one of those artists that I can like never get enough of. And I'm always so blown away by not only like the quality of these cards and like his card and like postcard related items, because they're always like a really nice thick material, and obviously the prints are always really nice and clear and sharp. But also his book, like I couldn't, how can someone have so many talents? It just literally like, it just makes me feel so inadequate. How can someone like be an illustrator and also an author and produce their own book and then make cards and run a business and have pins and raise children on the same time? So yes, thank you very much to Kris Miners. As I said, always honest review, and I would 100% recommend checking out his store and purchasing yourself some spooky goodies. As I said, I will leave links down below along with a discount code in case you would like one of our last remaining Year of the Bat pins. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a spooktacular Halloween. If you do have any questions or comments, please, good night. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a spooktacular Halloween. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye!